Gary Lee and Army Armstrong here at Indianapolis, Indiana for the four-wheel fall classic, and we're down to the semis with a pair of Dodge trucks, a pair of Ford trucks. There is Todd Frolick in Rampage, and he goes up against the Stinger Ford with Eric Meager.
You know, Gary, one thing interesting here, it's not only a war between manufacturers Dodge and Ford, but you see Firestone and you see Goodyear out here. They want to take a win home with them. So there's a lot of different people involved in this thing. We're talking about the sponsor involvement in the past. Nobody wants to go out of here without a win.
Of course, as you mentioned before our break, this would be the challenge of the factory-back teams here this afternoon.
Bingo. Detroit's watching this race, I'll guarantee you.
Left lane, the left lane. Todd Frolick from the left lane. A 482.
Frolick makes a move on him and backdoors him out of the left lane all weekend long. That's been a no-no. Psychologically, Frolick just thumped this kid.
Well, now we take a look at the teammates. Frolick's teammate, Fred Schaefer, barefoot lane selection, far lane, the right side. And, yeah, they just flip-flopped from what we just saw in the Bigfoot Ford.
We got a race. Gary, we got a race. Barefoot takes a win. And look at this, the quickest ever. A 4.59. The quickest run ever in monster truck racing. We just witnessed it.
It will be an all-Dodge final here at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. Here's the fastest guy ever, Fred Schaefer.
Come here. Fred, when you're hot, you're hot. I'm sorry your crew doesn't get any more excited than this.
Army 459, unbelievable. Boy, this Dodge Ram is great. Nobody's ever running 4.6s but us, and now we have 459.
How did you feel when she was giving you hand signals coming up the return road that's what you were running?
I knew it had to be good, Army. It's unbelievable. We're gonna leave here in third place, Army. We ain't happy with the points, but we are happy with turning the fastest times in monster truck history, and we got something to brag about.
Call it the Big momentum for the Dodge boys as they wrap up this season, head into next year. It's an all-Dodge championship round. As you look at the Ford contingent, they're talking, but there'll be spectators as the Rampage against Barefoot for the championship here at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. It's coming up next. Welcome back to the Indiana State Fairgrounds. We are ready for the final championship event of the 1996 Penda Points Championship Series, and there is the Rampage Dodge against the Barefoot Dodge.
You know, all year long, this 96 has been a great year, Gary. This monster truck race, the Penda Points Series, the caliber, everybody stepped up. You almost kind of hate to see this thing come to an end. It's been great going with these guys. It's been great working with you, but right now, when it's all over, this is the run they're going to talk about. And a lot of people think, well, Todd's going to lay down and let his boss win this thing. I don't think that's the case. I think you're going to see one Donnybrook street fight, face-slapping race right here between these two guys. And for nothing else, they're going to get back when it's over, pat each other on the back and say, hey, we finally found the combination.
I don't think Fred would want his teammate to roll over. He wants the competition.
I agree. You know, a moment ago, we noticed all the Ford camp went down and congratulated these guys. You talk about class. Bob Chandler and his crew went down and congratulated these guys on the final. You know, they worked hard. Nobody's giving them a thing. And it all comes down to the final race of the year.
Looking at the times from the semis, you'd have to give the nod to Fred Schaefer. He went a best ever 4.59, and Todd went a 4.82.
Plus, Schaefer's got lane choice and went into the quote-unquote good lane, or the better of the two lanes. Hey, Todd moved on him. Todd moved on him. He got him, Gary.
I think Todd
He got him.
I think Todd won it. Well, there's a look at Fred Schaefer in Barefoot, but I think Todd won this thing. We're waiting to get the official word right now. There it is, 4.67, a 4.67, and Fred went a 4.68.
Oh, man, what a way to end the year. The kid moved on him. That's all there is to it. And look at the front end was up. They both were on kill. They had each other in their crosshairs. When they land, we get the winner.
Look at the margin of victory. Coming right at you again, just by inches. Todd wins it, and he's down with Army.
Congratulations on your second win of the year against the boss. And that was a good race.
That was a really good race, Army. I knew his truck's a little faster, and he came up and challenged me to a reaction time off the lights. And I think he was a little slow there, and I think that's basically where I got it.
Think everybody back home ought to go put a Dodge in their garage like Fred said now?
Everybody needs a Dodge in their garage, Army.
Well, the final Penda Points Championship showing Bigfoot the winner over Stinger, Barefoot, Rampage, and Executioner. Let's talk now to our seasonal champion.
Dan, not exactly the end you were looking for. I know you want to go out in a blaze of glory, but you're going out the national champion. That's got to make you feel good. More wins than anybody else. You and the 4 teams have literally dominated the sport this year. The Dodgers had a good day today. You can't take that away from them.
Yeah, they did. You know, they've run good all year. We come out with, like you said, the Ford team, and I got to give all those guys all the credit I can. I mean, they're great. We'll take another championship, give it to Ford, and come back next year. I mean, that's all we can do right now. They had a good day. We had a lot of good days. So we're champions, and they're coming in behind us.
For Army Armstrong, I'm Gary Lee. Thanks for joining us. So long, everybody.